see around you in that place?
Saying something like a temple.
Temple, very good, very good. That's it. A temple. I want you to look down to your feet. What are you wearing?
Wearing sandals, brown sandals.
Very good. Sandals. And what are you dressing?
Something like a white robe.
Robe. Very good. And now feel the body. Does it feel male or female?
It feels male.
Male, young or old?
Around middle age.
Very good. What color is your skin?
Can't really tell if I'm male or female.
Can you repeat?
I can't really tell if I'm male or female.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, very good. Where you know where to touch. Just touch your body. And feel that. Is that male or female?
I think I'm a male.
Male, very good. What color is your skin?
It's kind of tan, bronze.
Very good. Are you wearing any ornaments on your arms or head?
No.
No. Very good. So look around this place again. What are you doing in this place that looks like a temple?
I feel like I'm supposed to be studying.
I'm studying. Very good. What is it that you study there?
Just,
Yes?
I can't remember.
No, you don't have to remember. Is there anybody else there with you? Just look around and feel if there's anybody else with you.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Who do you see around you? Who do you see there around you?
I see a woman.
You see a woman. How is that woman dressed?
She has a red thing around her head. She also has a robe.
What is she doing there?
I'm not sure. I think she's my wife.
My wife. Okay, very good. Very good. Don't analyze anything. Just tell me whatever comes to your mind. So this is your wife. Is she studying with you?
I don't think so. I think she's just saying hello.
She's just saying hello. Very good. What else is in this place where you are?
There's a big tree. Lots of big windows.
Big windows.
There's a fountain.
And a fountain. And you're inside or outside that temple?
I'm walking outside.
You're walking outside. So what else do you see outside? So it's a big temple with big windows and there's a tree outside. Is it cold or warm?
It's warm. It's nice and sunny.
Nice and sunny. Very good. Who teaches in that temple? Who do you learn from?
I feel like we all learn as a group. There's no real leader.
There's no real leader. And this knowledge that you learn, where do you get it from? Where is it stored?
We get it through. There's books.
Books. So why don't we go inside that temple? Let's take a look at one of those books. So just move forward, go inside the temple. And we're just gonna pick your favorite book. Which is the book that you like the most? Mm-hmm. How does it look like?
That's like a triangle on it.
Has like a triangle on it. What color? Does he have a cover or anything like that?
Yeah, it's thick. It's golden cover.
Golden cover. What does the triangle mean?
It means reaching the pinnacle of enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So he's reaching the pinnacle, you said. What do you see when you open that book? What is the first thing that you see when you open that book?
I see. Can't really read it.
Just feel it. Get it through your mind. What do you feel the book is about?
Feels like some kind of origins or history.
History. Origins of history of what?
Of the universe.
Of the universe. Why is it important for you to know about the origins of the universe?
It's important for everybody.
It's important for everybody. Very good.
People need to know the connection that we have.
Tell me about that connection. What about that connection?
Everybody is connected to source.
Everybody's connected to source. Can you define source? What is source?
It's what people call God.
God. So we're
Creator.
all. I see, the creator. So we're all connected to it, and how does that benefit us?
To know that we are never alone. We are never separate.
We're never separate. I see. Okay.
It's all an illusion.
It's all an illusion. So this place, this temple where you go to study, does everybody go there, or just a few?
I feel like just a few.
Just a few. So why do you feel you're there? Why are you one of the ones in that temple? What's the purpose?
To gain knowledge.
Gain knowledge.
Can't really tell where this is.
Don't analyze it. Good. So tell me what else we see in this temple. The books. Where are these books stored? Where? Are there any structures? Any?
Yeah, there's large bookcases.
Large bookcases. How do you know which book to select? Is there anybody in charge telling you what to read?
I feel like I'm free to read.
You're free to read whatever you want. And how do you know that is the book you need to read about the origins of the universe? How do you know that?
It was just calling to me.
So you feel attracted to the book?
Yeah.
Good, very good. Is there anything else important in this temple that we need to know about that catches your attention?
It's a deep connection to nature.
Deep connection to nature. Good. And how do you feel when you connect to nature?
Blissful.
Blissful.
It's a large tree.
What is special about this tree?
Feel like it's alive.
It's alive. Okay, very good. That's it.
I feel like there's a deep connection. I see trees, grass.
Very good. So feel that. Just feel everything around you. And how do people call you?
Malik is what came to me.
Very good, Malik. Very good. So Malik, we're just going to drift away from that scene. Drift away. I want you to go to the next important event in the life of Malik. So we're gonna drift and float and drift to the next important event. Once you're there, let me know. Very good. What is happening?
I see children.
I see children. What is this place? Where are you?
Not in the temple anymore.
Not in the temple anymore. What about these children?
I see holding a baby.
You holding a baby?
My wife.
My wife. Very good. And how do you feel about that? Whose baby is that?
That's my baby.
That's your baby. Very good. And how do you feel about your baby?
Very excited.
Very excited. So get close to your wife. Get close to your wife. And I want you to look at your wife in the eyes. Look at your wife in the eyes. Have you seen those eyes before?
Yes.
Yes. Where have you seen those eyes before? Where have you seen them?
I think my girlfriend, Stephanie.
Very good. Very good. And now, take a look at the baby's eyes. Have you seen those eyes before?
I can't remember.
Okay, very good. Very good. How do you feel around them and in that place?
I feel comfortable. It's not a big house, but I feel happy.
Are you in your house now?
Yes.
How do you cook there? What do you use to cook?
I cook using boiling water.
What do you use to boil the water? What makes the water boil?
We have The fire.
Fire, and how do you make fire? Mm-hmm. What do you use to make fire?
Some kind of machine or something.
Some kind of machine. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. What else do we see in your house?
See.
Mm-hmm.
There's a table.
There's a table. Mm-hmm.
It's carpets.
It's carpets. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what else? Where do you sleep?
There's a bed.
There's a bed. Mm-hmm. Good. And if you go outside of your house, what do you see?
I see mountains.
Mountains. Mm-hmm.
It's like a little village.
You're a village, okay. And how do you support yourself and your family?
We all support each other.
You all support each other. Mm-hmm.
The agriculture.
Very good. What is it that you cultivate or grow?
Vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Good. So now we're gonna drift away from this scene. Drift away. And I want you to go to the next important event in the same life of Malik. Drift and float. Float and drift. 3, 2, 1. You're there now. Very good. What is happening?
I just see myself looking out a window.
Looking at a window. Mm-hmm. And which place is this? Where are you?
I think I'm just in a small house.
It's a small house. Mm-hmm.
I think it might be my house.
Mm-hmm. Is it the same house you described before?
I can't really tell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is happening there?
I think it's just, I think I'm sick.
I think I'm sick. Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad. I feel at peace.
At peace. Mm-hmm. And what symptoms do you have? If you feel sick, what symptoms do you have?
It's hard for me to walk.
It's hard for me to walk. Why? What is happening to your body?
I think I might just be old.
I might just be old. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And where are your wife and kid? Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Not sure. Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about being sick and having trouble to walk?
I feel like it might be my time.
It might be my time. Okay. So I want you to move forward to the last minute of that life. Let's see how that body dies, how that life ends. As I count 3, 2, 1. You're there now.
I just go.
Mm-hmm. I just go. Mm-hmm. Are you leaving your body now? Mm-hmm. Is it easy to leave your body?
Yeah, it's easy.
Mm-hmm. So what happens once you leave your body?
I just see myself looking down.
Mm-hmm. What do you see?
Mountains, the village.
Mm-hmm. Good. Do you see your body down there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody around your body?
Yes.
Who's around your body?
My children.
Your children. Mm-hmm. Very good. What is happening with them? How they see your body that is dead.
They're sad, but they know it's my time.
They know it's your time. Mm-hmm. Very good. So if you make a summary of that life that just ended, Malik, what do you think you had to learn?
How to live simply.
Mm-hmm.
How to love.
Mm-hmm.
How to connect with nature.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
To gain wisdom.
Gain wisdom.
Through.
Good. So have you passed those lessons, those tests? Have you learned those? If there's anything that is pending or that you missed?
I think for the most part I passed.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Do you feel you missed anything?
I was a bit too alone.
A little bit too alone. Mm-hmm.
Even though I had a family.
As I was going to ask you that, how come you would feel alone if you had your family with you? What was making you feel that way?
I just felt like an outsider.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So, based on the life that you just lived, what do you think, and knowing that you will come back as Mark, what advice would you give to Mark? You know what's going on in his life. Based on your life, what advice would you give him?
Connect more with nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know you have everything you need is within you. You know you have the right tool.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Does he feel like an outsider now too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how can he correct that?
He needs to accept who he really is.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell him who he really is?
He's not from here originally.
Mm-hmm. I'm not from here. Where is he from?
Arcturus.
Can you repeat, please?
Arcturus.
Mm-hmm. Is that another planet?
Star.
Star. Very good. So why has he decided to reincarnate on planet Earth?
It's a very important time.
It's a very important time. What's important about this time, where he is?
There's lots of people coming to help.
Help what?
To raise the consciousness.
Raise the consciousness. Now, he mentioned to me that he's been feeling uncomfortable. He has always felt uncomfortable with his biology. Is this because of being from that star, or is it related to anything else?
He's not that used to being a physical being.
So he has not been in a physical body before?
He has, but he's not that comfortable with it.
He's not that comfortable. So how can we help him feel comfortable?
Knowing that he chose to come here.
Okay. And speaking about that, he also mentioned that he wants to have more control about his life. Can he really control his life? Is that the purpose? Is that the idea?
He needs to surrender.
So it's not about controlling; it's about surrendering. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen once he surrenders?
He will be guided. He knows he's being guided.
Because he's fighting this feeling about his career, what he's supposed to be doing, and what he really wants to do. What can you tell him about that?
He knows within himself. Keep on following that instinct. Keep on following what's within.
Very good.
He knows. He's doing okay.
Very good. Very good. Anything else that you want to tell him before we say goodbye for now?
He has a purpose here. But he needs to be his true self. Can't let fear stand in the way.
Can you tell him about his purpose? Is it okay for him to know that?
He already knows.
But it seems that he's not remembering it, because that's a question that he had when he came to see me.
It's going to come. Keep writing.
Keep writing. Okay.
Keep meditating. It's within you.
Very good. Very good. Now, this anxiety he feels, did it start in the life of Mark or in a previous life?
It started previous life.
Previous life, okay. Can we go ahead and can you go ahead and take us to that life so that we understand what happened and how we can help him? Okay, very good. So Malik, thank you very much for your help. Let's go ahead and let's take Mark to the life where the anxiety started. So as I count 5, 4, looking for that life. 3, 2, 1. You're there now. Look down to your feet. What are you wearing there?
I just A soldier.
Soldier. What are you wearing on your feet?
Sandals.
Male or female?
Male.
Young or old?
20s.
What are you dressing?
A red tunic. With a helmet.
Do you have any weapons? You say you're a soldier. Any weapons?
I feel like I have a sphere. A spear.
Spear. Very good. So look around you. What do you see?
I feel like I'm in a city.
I'm in a city. Continue. What else?
Feels like Rome.
My Rome. Very good. How do you feel there?
Trapped.
Can you repeat, please?
Trapped.
Trapped. Why do you feel trapped?
I don't want to do what I'm doing.
And what are you doing?
Fighting control.
Fighting for control?
Yeah.
Control of what?
I feel like I'm fighting for a purpose I don't believe in.
You're fighting for a purpose I do not believe in. Very good. Keep going. What else?
I don't like war.
And who do you fight in those wars?
We go all over.
Very good. Okay.
Try to conquer.
Try to conquer. Okay. So we're gonna drift away from that scene now. Drift away. I want you to move forward to the next important event in that life, the life of that soldier. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're there now.
It's a battle.
The battle. What is happening?
People are being killed. There's a lot of blood.
There's a lot of blood. How do you feel about that?
I feel terrified.
I feel terrified.
I don't want to be fighting, but I have to.
Good. Move to the moment where you're fighting somebody and you see blood. Go ahead and move to that moment. Tell me what is happening.
I feel like I chopped somebody's arm off.
Okay. I want you to feel that. How does it feel when you feel you're chopping somebody's arm? How does it feel?
Terrible. I don't like what I did.
And see at the other person. What is the other person is doing and is losing the arm?
He's screaming.
Feel that person screaming now. What else is happening? Take a look at your body. Do you have any of his blood all over your body?
Yes.
Where do you have it?
It's on my hands.
It's on my hands.
feel like I have a sore.
How do you feel when you feel that blood on your hands?
Fills me with. I
That's
just don't feel good.
good. Feel that. Feel that blood, that warm blood on your hands now. So up to now, in this battle with this man as you're chopping the arm, what has been the most difficult moment?
Just fighting. I don't like to fight. I have to.
And I have to. So I'm going to count from 3 to 1. I want you to go back to the moment where you start fighting, to that difficult moment. 3, 2, 1. You're there now. I just want you to fight. And I just want you to feel that fight. Allow your body to do everything it has to do in order to finish with this experience forever. What else is happening as you're fighting?
There's horses. People are crying.
People are crying. And as you see the horses and people crying, what are your physical reactions?
I don't know why this is happening.
I don't know why this is happening. As you don't know why this is happening, what are your emotional reactions?
I just don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here. And what you feel you don't want to be there. What are your mental reactions? Very good. Keep feeling that. What are you mental? What are you thinking of?
Just want to go home.
I just want to go home.
I think I'm going to die.
Okay, but before that body dies, what does all this make you do in the life of Mark? When you hear people crying, and when you think you don't want to be here, and when you say you want to go home, what does all that make you do in the life of Mark?
Yes, anxiety
And fear. And when you feel this anxiety and that fear, what does that prevent you from doing?
Moving forward.
Moving forward. Very good. Very good. Keep feeling all that, everything that is happening around you. I'm going to want you to go to the moment where you're chopping that other soldier's arm. Allow your body to do everything it has to do. And as you're doing that, I am going to count from 3 to 1. When I count to 1, I'm going to touch your body and allow your body to feel all that blood over your body. 3, 2, 1. Feel the blood all over your body now. Feel the blood. As you feel the blood all over your body, what are your physical reactions when you feel that blood?
I'm shaking.
I'm shaking, and when you're shaking, what are your emotional reactions now? Yes. Feel that blood. What is happening? Regret. And as you feel that regret, what are your mental reactions? What are you thinking of?
I just don't know why.
Can you repeat? You don't know?
I don't know why people fight like this, but I have to.
I don't know why people fight like this. What does all this make you do in the life as Mark when you don't know why people fight this way, when you don't like the blood? What does that make you do?
Keeps me silent.
Keeps you silent. And when this keeps you... go ahead. And when trapped, and when you feel you're silent and trapped, what does that prevent you from doing?
Speaking my truth.
Speaking your truth. And it's all this is happening. All this is happening. What is your body feeling What are your legs feeling?
It's feeling shaking.
Shaking. And as you're shaking, what is your stomach feeling? Your solar plexus feeling?
I feel sick.
Sick. And as you feel sick, how do the lungs feel? Your lungs.
It's hard for me to breathe.
It's hard for me to breathe. And as it's hard for you to breathe, how's the brain feeling?
Brain is scattered.
Scattered. And when you're experiencing all this, what are you thinking while all this is happening? Very good. What are you thinking?
I can't think straight from
I can't think straight. And
adrenaline.
And whenever you cannot think straight, what does that make you do in the life of Mark?
Anger.
Temper.
Irrational decision.
Very good. So I just want you to move forward to the last minute of that life and allow your body to feel everything it needs to feel to end this experience once and for all. 3, 2, 1. What is happening now?
I'm gone.
Can you repeat?
My soul.
Mm-hmm.
It's above.
It's above. So that body just died. And with that body, all those experiences, all those symptoms stay back in the past. They're not going to affect you anymore. So as you're there, floating on your body, I want you to tell those people that you were fighting whatever you want to tell them. What would you like to tell them?
Why are you fighting?
Mm-hmm.
You are all one.
You're all one. Mm-hmm. Good. What would you like to tell to that person whose arm you chopped?
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I felt trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Making poor decisions.
Mm-hmm. Explain to him that that's something you had to do. That was your job. It was not personal.
It was my job.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and give that person his energy back. The energy that you took from him when you chopped his arm. Give it back to him. And now, how did your body die?
Sword through my stomach.
Through your stomach. Okay. So when I go back to that moment, allow your body to do anything it needs to do. 3, 2, 1. You're there. I want you to feel that. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, I will touch your stomach. Allow yourself to feel that sword going through it. 3, 2, 1. Feel that. That's it. And as you're feeling that, what is that stomach feeling?
Pain.
What about intestines?
Also pain.
Pain. What about muscles in that area? Tense. And as you're feeling all that, feel that blood. How does the blood feel?
It's going out.
It's going out. And as that blood is going out, how do you feel your lungs?
I can't breathe.
I cannot breathe. And when you cannot breathe, how does the heart feel?
My heart is...
Very good.
It's struggling.
It's struggling. As the heart is struggling, how's the brain feeling?
It's losing blood.
It's losing blood. Very good. So now when you're ready, I want you to leave out of this body, and as your body is dying, what is the last thought you get to think on that brain?
should have. I should have been more brave.
I should have been more brave.
I went against what people were telling me to do.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and leave the body. That body has died now and that experience is over. So now, this thought of I should have been more brave, what does that make you do in your life as Mark?
Makes me afraid to speak.
Afraid to speak.
Afraid to speak my truth.
And when that makes you afraid of speaking, what does that prevent you from doing?
From doing what I'm supposed to do.
Doing what I'm supposed to do. Very good. And what about this? I don't want to do what I am doing. What does that make you do in your life as Mark?
Makes me be okay with doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing.
And what does that prevent you from doing?
From helping, doing what he knows he could do.
Very good. And what about this? I am fighting for a purpose I don't believe in. What does that make you do in the life as Mark?
Makes me afraid to move forward and afraid to
Yes, continue.
Afraid to complete my mission.
Very good. So just allow that body to die. Now I want you to talk to that soldier that killed you. I want to ask that soldier for your energy, to give you back the energy he took from you. So I want you to tell that soldier, I want you to give me back my energy. It belongs to me. I want it now.
I want you to give me back my energy.
It's mine and I want it now.
It's mine and I want it now.
Yeah. So I want you to extend your arms and I want you to bring that energy that belongs to you. And I want you to put that energy back in your body, feeling whole again. And I also want you to make sure that you're getting all that energy, all your energy from that body that is dead there. Very good. And as you're doing that, allow your soul to go to the light. And let me know when you're in the light. Very good. Now from the light, I want you to pick a color, a frequency. What color would you like to use today?
Violet.
Violet. I want you to use the violet frequency. And I want you to harmonize your body, your chakras, every organ, every cell. I want you to put the violet frequency all over your body, healing your body, every muscle, every cell, every organ, making you feel whole again. Very good. Allowing you to think, allowing you to do what you're supposed to do. That body died, and with that body, that experience is over now. And as you put in violet light, I'm going to touch your abdomen, and we're going to put stitches where that wound was from the sword. We're going to heal that. 3, 2, 1. Just going to close that wound and allow that wound to close now. Very good. And keep putting that violet frequency all over your body now, making you feel great with no anxiety, no fear, feeling free, being able to speak what you want to speak, being able to move forward now. Very good. Very good. And now as that body keeps feeling better and better, I am going to ask your soul to go to wherever it has to go to keep working today. Your soul knows what it needs to work on. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. Let your soul go where it needs to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Where are you now?
I feel like I'm in a spaceship.
Spaceship. Look down to your feet. What are you wearing? Do you have a body?
I have web feet.
Okay, good. What else do you see around you?
There's a window, big window, looking out.
What do you see from that window?
Planets. Stars.
Stars. And how do you feel there?
Very at peace.
Very happy.
At peace.
At peace. Very good. So as you're there at peace, is there anybody with you in that place, in that spaceship?
There's a few.
Can you repeat?
There's a few.
There's a few. And what are you doing there in that spaceship? What is the purpose of being there?
I feel like we're just monitoring changes.
Changes. What type of changes?
Energetic changes. Different solar systems.
Different solar systems. And why is it important to know about those changes?
I feel like we're monitoring energy, influx of energy.
Right.
The energy will affect.
What will it affect? Planets.
Affect the people on the planets.
People on the planets. Is there any way to prevent that?
It's inevitable. But we could help alleviate.
Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and drift away from that scene, drift away. Let's go to the next important event. Let's see what is happening there. 3, 2, 1. You're there now.
I feel like I'm surrounded by crystal.
What about the crystal?
Little blue crystals.
Blue crystals. What are they? What are those for?
Storing information.
Storing information.
Healing.
And healing. What kind of information do you store there?
Information about healing.
Healing. Okay.
Information about DNA.
And who would that information heal?
Whoever connects to it.
Whoever connects to it. Very
Crystals
good.
are alive.
Okay. And what is your role in that place where you have this blue crystal?
Here to protect.
Protect. And you protect who or what?
Protect. I think I can guide over the crystals. Help. Help store information in them.
Very good.
It's on a different planet. There are trees too. There's a cave. It's all natural, so there's no buildings.
And why are you in this place?
This is my home.
Your home. Okay. Very good. What do you eat there on that planet?
We don't need to eat much.
How do you feed them? How do you get energy?
I feel like we get energy through the sun.
Through the sun.
It's very bright.
And how does your body look like?
I feel like I'm blue. Webbed feet.
Wet feet?
Webbed feet.
Webbed feet. Okay. And do you have a partner? Do you have kids? Or how will you call that?
I feel like I'm just all alone.
Alone. All right.
Isolation.
Isolation
With
is
the crystals.
I see. So let's go ahead and move forward. Let's go ahead and move forward to the next important event as I count. 3, 2, 1. You're there. What is happening?
I feel like flying.
You feel like flying? And where do you go when you fly?
It's above the trees. Like, I don't think I'm in a spaceship or anything.
How do you feel?
I feel free. But also I'm lonely.
And lonely. Okay. Let's go ahead once again. We need to move forward to the last minute of that life. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're there now.
I feel like I just choose to leave. Nothing really happened.
Okay. And how were you feeling when you were leaving that body?
Like I had to go.
I had to go. Okay. So once you move out of your body and you kind of make a summary of that life, what do you think you had to learn?
I had to be okay just by myself.
By yourself.
With nature.
Did you pass that lesson?
Yes.
Yes. So, knowing what is happening in Mark's life, what advice do you have for him?
Don't take family and friends for granted.
Because he said in previous lives he felt like an outsider even though he had family. And in this life it seems that the same thing is happening. And you had the same thing, feeling lonely. But you don't have to feel lonely anymore. So what do you want to tell him?
Even if he feels like an outsider, he still has people who care for him. He shouldn't be afraid to connect with people. He shouldn't be afraid to move forward in his life. Do what he's supposed to be doing.
I see. Good. Why being afraid of connecting to people when we're connected already anyway? Doesn't make sense, does it? Good. Anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
He knows within him. He knows what he's supposed to be doing.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much for information. Please continue your journey. And Mark, I want you to disconnect from that life and all the other lives. Nothing of what you have seen is going to affect you. We just visited those lives to get information, to get understanding. Just want you to go back to this beautiful forest where you were a few minutes ago. I just want you to walk around, taking a deep breath, feeling very relaxed, gathering all the energy that you need, understanding what you have gotten by visiting those lives, those events. And in a moment I am going to count from 5 to 1. And as I count, I want you to imagine that you're going up the stairs, the same stairs that you used to go down. But with each step, you will feel lighter and happier, full of energy. 1, start going up. 2, feeling wonderful, refreshed, full of energy. Disconnect feelings, emotions, and thoughts from those lives. 3, keep coming back. From today on, you will not feel trapped. From today on, you will be able to be as brave as you want to be. From today on, you can fight for your own purpose. From today on, you can speak up and communicate. Nothing is going to happen to you. 4, keep coming back. Every night you put your head on the pillow, you will sleep peacefully until the next day. Unless you have any plans with your partner, but when you wake up in the morning, you will feel totally rested, refreshed, super happy. Happy to be in this planet, happy to have a girlfriend and family and friends, ready to connect, ready to come back. 5, open your eyes.
Wow.
Welcome back. How do you feel?
I feel like tingling all over.
Tingling all over. How long do you think we have been working for? How long does it feel?
Feels like half an hour or something.
Yeah, right.
45 minutes.
An hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that flew by.
Good. Do you remember what you said, what we talked about during the session?
Yeah, but most of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's bits and pieces.
Do you understand where this anxiety and fear and was coming from?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Lots of things make sense.
Good. It's going to take you some time to process. I recommend you to watch your video at least a couple of times. There's a lot of information there. And I was going to ask you, would you be willing to share your session on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'd be willing.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you very much. So your name is Mark, and you're coming from you're in Charlotte, in Pineville, just a few minutes away from where my office is. So good. I'm going to stop this recording. Today is February 17th, 2020. My name is Antonio Sangio, and I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.